fun kind of snow, guys. So we got okay traction. I'm gonna roll my window up, get snow everywhere. Sliding around a little bit, but if you keep your momentum up, you'll get through it just fine. First time I attempted this, I only got maybe half mile in because it was so deep. This time it's melted off a little bit more, or a lot more. We're gonna see if we can get to the top this time. If not, I'm not gonna do anything too crazy because, you know, right now I'm on my own. I just moved into a new place and don't know a ton of people down here, at least within 4 or 5 hours or so. So if it gets too bad, I'm not gonna push it, of course. We'll get as far as we can here. We might be coming up to our max here. We'll see. I think it's about a foot deep or so. It's hard to tell from right here. Might be a foot and a half. It's hard to tell. Alright, dry landing. And back in the sun. Well, we got farther than I thought. Let's go back up a little bit and give it a try here. This is when lockers are really nice. Don't have any quite yet. This might be it, guys. We're not giving up yet, though. If I can just get out of this left side. The left side's deep, the right side's not. She's just wanting to follow that deep spot. We're gonna give it a good run. I think we're dragging the axles, guys. Not yet. Not completely, at least. Let's see what's So it looks like we maxed out how deep we can go. So we're gonna try the old clutch drop. Nothing. All right, let's see what we can do here. let's show you what's going on here. Alright, so I'll show you. This is pretty deep right here. As you can tell, we're dragging a lot. So I think what we're gonna do is probably use my wind shear, some of those trees over there, just drag off to the side here, get out of this huge rut. So stay tuned. I'll put this back on my phone holder and you can watch me do that process. Let's get it. just to show you my setup here, guys. This is actually the first time I've used this winch in the field. It's the Badland Apex 12,000. This thing, I've touched it a few times and it works pretty good, but I couldn't find my tree saver, but I did have a tow strap that's rated for much more than that winch. So again, this is all Badland Apex stuff, not sponsored. However, if anyone from Harbor Freight, Badland, or whatever is watching this, you know, send me a text, send me a DM, I wouldn't mind. So this thing has a wireless remote, right? So I'm gonna be in the safety of my car while winching. So here we go. Okay, so we got a little bit out. I'm gonna go make sure it's not wound up on itself, make sure it's spooling on straight, and then we'll tighten it up and go from there. Okay. Here we go. Give it a little gas too, just to kind of help it along. There we go. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna go make sure it's not wound up or anything, and then we'll see if we can get going without it. And then I'll pick up my stuff and we'll go from there. Alright, let's show you the damage. Not really damage, but... So I'm running... Sorry, it might be hard to tell. I'm wearing sunglasses right now too, so it's hard to see my screen. But I have 31 inch by 10.5 Goodyear Duratrax. So this snow is probably, I don't know how you can tell, probably about a third, if not a half, of the tread depth. It's really cool. You can actually see, I can see at least, on the side of the snow here where those, I forget what it's called, the sidewall lugs. You can see where they're digging in. So these tires work great. The snow here is, at least up top, is getting pretty deep. We're in a good spot now though, where I think we can keep going. So yeah, let's get to it. The main thing you gotta get in this kind of snow is just the momentum to keep going, and then whatever traction you may or may not be getting, just to keep that momentum going. This snow isn't super deep, but it's super wet and loose. And again, my rig, I think it's definitely not as built as a lot of people's out there. I'm working on it, of course. You know, I don't have these tires aired down a ton, so that's probably another factor. Again, I don't have a good air compressor. You know, I had a horrible, let's see if we can get past this. I don't have these aired down a ton. My air compressor is not great. I have this portable 12-volt one, and sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. So another factor to keep in mind. This thing does not have a lift kit on it, to my knowledge. I do have those Rancho air shocks, the air adjustable ones, which they're okay. I think for this kind of application or this rig, they're not great in my opinion. I believe that. So get careful around this branch here. You know, I think these shocks are a little bit overdone, or a bit too heavy duty for this kind of light of vehicle. They're very stiff in my opinion, even when at the lowest setting. Again, these are old shocks though. They're not the new Rancho 9000 XLs. I could not find the kind of Rancho shocks these are. They have the My Ride system, which I can go over at different times. I'll probably get rid of them at some point once I upgrade. So if anyone out there would be interested in these, I don't have an exact time frame. I'm still a poor graduate of college, so I'm working on getting this thing built up, getting my finances in order. Yeah, if anybody would be interested in that, I'd be more than happy to make some offers over time. Speaking of this winch, the Badland 12,000 Apex, I know a lot of people are not happy with Harbor Freight stuff in general. You know, obviously, like their tools and stuff, they're gonna be cheaper. Their build quality is not as high. However, through my research and recent experiences, you saw, you know, this winch works just fine. You know, you probably won't get the longevity as you would with the Warren. Again, I don't have much experience with that. I know a few friends that have the Warren 12,000 pound winch or whatever. and they love it. The warranties are great. Apex Badland winch comes with a warranty. Of course, being a poor college student, I didn't elect for that, just because I didn't have a ton of money. At least at the place I got it, it was pretty relatively steep for the warranty. Again, me not doing a ton of daily hardcore winching, I never really found it to be worthwhile to get. Alright. So we got a tree up here. I think it fell by its own. I don't think this was done by someone. So I'm gonna see if we can move it with the winch. Give it another shot. So let's do it. What we're gonna do now, just to give us a little bit more room, and then maybe anyone else who's gotten more room or wants to come up here. I'm gonna move over to the side a bit more, just so I get it a little bit straighter along the side of the trail. Alright guys, my phone decided that it was too hot for itself and decided to stop for a minute, so I got that tree moved over quite a bit more, just using the winch. So we're good now, and so hopefully we didn't get stuck here. So So we went off the side of the road a little bit. Some of that momentum back and we'll be good. Yeah, this snow is pretty damn loose. Well, looks like we're using it again. Oh well. Again, we won't go too much farther if it keeps happening like this. We'll see what. and see if we can get that out. Here we go again. about momentum. You know, this is the, whoa, get my head on the ceiling. It's all about momentum through this stuff. You know, I'm in second gear, 4 low, about 2,500, 3,000 RPM, just holding it there. And you know, I mean, this is pretty flat right here. But you know, we're moving. We're definitely moving. So we're about 1.5 miles from the top, or from the destination, I guess. So we're gonna see if we can get there. The snow level seems to be pretty consistent, so I think we're in good hands. It should be a lot easier going back, just for the fact that, you know, we'll be going downhill 90% of the way. Looks like we have another tree up here. Looks like we're using the winch quite a bit today. Get relatively close to it because I don't see any amazing trees around here to pull my stuff out if we need. Alright, I'm gonna go see if these are cut down or fell just to make sure, because there seems to be 2 trees there, so just want to make sure. Well, bad news, guys. I don't think I'm able to get this tree out of the way. I'll show you. I've actually let this shut off. Pretty sure I'm just gonna turn around here if I can, or just back out of here because let it have a bit of a break. Done good. This tree, it definitely fell. But it was probably another 30-40 feet that way in between all these huge trees here. And then I would have all these trees here that I would be trying to pull it out of. So this is probably me for the adventure. I'm definitely gonna come back out here in the next several weeks with a chainsaw of some kind, maybe. Thinking about maybe getting one of those small electric ones. I don't know how well those do, but so yeah, I think we're gonna try to figure out how to turn around here and take a little break, and we'll go from there. So I'll record the rest of my journey back. I'm probably just gonna speed it up because you've seen the more exciting parts of me winching, and hopefully I won't have to winch myself out of anything again since we're going mainly downhill, but we'll see. So all right, guys, make sure you like and subscribe. Let me know if you want to see anything else. Let me know how you thought of this video. So if anyone in Southern Oregon right now, you know, wants to go off-roading or something, definitely let me know in the comments or something. So, all right, guys, see you soon. just leaving that up there because we're more than likely going to use it again. I'm just backing up till we get to that that junction earlier, because I will get stuck for quite a while if I go anywhere outside of my path here. At least that's what I think, at least. And there's not a ton of opportunity to do a Austin Powers move, which you can always do, but it's going to involve a lot of winching in very short areas. So I think the best idea is just to back up until we get to that junction and go from there. So we should be there pretty much any minute now. Pretty much just letting the trail do what it wants to do in my own tracks, because you know, in this situation I'm not going to have a ton of opportunity or control where I want to go. So I know I don't have both camera facing me right now, but I'm barely touching the wheel unless I absolutely have to, because you know, my own trail is kind of moving my steering wheel and just following my own tracks. Get out of here. So hopefully I won't have to camp up here. I mean, I wouldn't mind if I had to. This is a beautiful place. But at the same time, I did not bring much camping stuff. I was not planning on it. maybe that's what I'll label this video, just winter or spring snow wheeling potential camping trip based on my success of this trip. I think I see the junction behind us. Hard to tell though. My trail's not super deep right in here, so it's not following how I want it to. But we're getting there. If you have kids and they're just learning to drive, this is a great way to do it. Go in the snow and, you know, go get yourself stuck, and you definitely have to know what you're doing to get yourself out of these situations. I know I don't have a ton of off-road experience, but you know, I've done it for several years now, and the best way to learn is to get yourself stuck and learn your failures, learn what works, where it doesn't work. Like on this trip, I learned that at least in this condition right now, second gear and 4 low will keep you going better than, you know, 4 high or even 4 low in first gear. That might be common sense to most, but you know, it's just something that I learned, and every day, every trip, every failure, you learn something new. Whether it's in life or whether it's backing yourself 2.5 miles out of a snowy trail because you couldn't go any farther, and you're more than likely going to get stuck and potentially going to be camping in the middle of the trail. So, oddly specific stories, right? Alright, we're at the junction in just a minute here, and hopefully we can get ourselves turned around without getting stuck. That should be a smooth sailing process after this. I say that now, so I get stuck. Alright, we're just going to give ourselves a little bit more room, get ourselves a bit more momentum, and send it. So we're back in the other road that we have not been on yet, if the snow will let me, which looks like it's not going to let me, but we're into a reverse drift. There we go. Alright, let's see if we can get out of here. Probably not. If you had lockers, this would not be an issue. Yep, winch time. phone got too hot again, but got myself winched out and we're heading down the trail again, heading back out to the highway. These tracks are hard to follow because this is where I was going sideways the whole time. And there's the tree that we pulled down. Stay to the left of the trail this time because the left on the way up was much deeper than I wanted it to be. that's where we kept getting winched, or where we kept having to winch out. So we'll see. So this is the last uphill piece. The rest of it should be downhill. So if we're gonna have any issues, it's gonna be right around here. But probably gonna bite my words on that one very soon. We'll see. This is a very beautiful area, beautiful trail. You know, there's a couple creeks here and there. The real beauty is when you get to the top, and sadly we weren't able to do that this trip. However, next time I come up here, I'm gonna, you know, get a better air compressor so I can air down my tires a lot more. Bring some sort of chainsaw or axe or something to get that tree out of the way. Looks like not a lot of people have done this trail this year. I didn't see any tracks in the snow, or even dips where tracks have been. So it's not a lot of people have been up on this road. There's a couple hiking trails too, which I'm surprised not a lot of people have been up here. Could be because of the depth of the snow, or I'm not sure. But lots of hiking trails up here. Careful around this tree. There we go. Come on, come on, come on, come on, don't do it, come on. Whew. Almost got stuck there. Luckily we're going downhill, so I can have a little bit, you know, more momentum getting through those spots we got stuck in earlier. But again, we'll see. The issue is now it's supposed to get about 75, 80 degrees up here today. I'm going to speed it up quite a bit here. That's what's nice about having plastic fenders, that you can just smash them on the snow and they'll bounce right back most of the time. Like I was saying, you know, it's heating up a lot. Like it's supposed to 75 or 80 degrees up here. So the longer we wait up here, the softer the snow is going to get, which, you know, could be good, could be bad. Right now it's not really affecting us, but you know, once it gets in the little deeper spots, if it gets too soft, then we're just going to sink right into it. You know, we'll be buried up to our frame or diffs a lot easier than when we came up here this morning. This is when the sidewalls really the sidewall treads really start helping, so when you get in those deep grooves. I see snow flying right past my head on the window. There we go. As you can see on the side of the trail right over there, right there. It's about 1.5 feet deep. That's where we got stuck earlier many times. Look at this now on the left side. Not nearly as deep, and that's what I was trying to get the whole time. But you know, the snow beats the battle 80% of the time. Unless of course you have paddle tires, and then you're just cheating. we got some dry land finally. Well, I'm not dry, but snowless. To my knowledge, this is, at least from something I read a while ago, this is one of the highest roads in Oregon. I'll have to look that up again, but yeah, the top of this I think gets to about 7,000 feet elevation. Maybe around 6,500, but it's somewhere right up in there. I believe this is a really popular snowmobiling area during the wintertime. Again, from my research recently, this trail is not suitable for snowmobiling because it's way too soft, and you see all these, of course, this dirt and the gravel spots everywhere. When you're snowmobiling, make sure you look that up. You know, I've done a lot of snowmobiling with my father, and you know, we always hate it when these guys, these four-wheelers, come in there and destroy the trail in the snow and stuff. Especially since a lot of those trails are groomed by volunteers, and a lot of them are getting paid. So just keep that in mind. Make sure you do your research and not ruining these trails for everyone else. You know, if it's super muddy and this trail is used by snowmobilers during the summer or the winter time, you know, just make sure you go down and ask someone. I know a lot of the forestry guys can tell you, like, hey, you know, a lot of these snowmobilers don't care, and not a lot of people snowmobile on that trail, or you know, what have you, because you don't want to ruin the fun for everyone else. You know, I know it's super fun to take these kind of trails and wreck them, you know, get mud flying. A lot of those trails made for Jeeps and 4x4s, you know, that's perfectly acceptable. But you know, these dual use trails, just keep that in mind, you know. It's my little rant for the day. My dad got on me on that too. You know, he knows I love doing off-roading and snow wheeling. I'm sorry, and you just don't want to ruin the trails for other people. This trail is not extremely hard. It's not super technical whatsoever, at least the sections I've done. You know, I mean, during the summer, once all the snow melts off, it's just going to be a normal, you know, dirt gravel trail. I think there's a little bit of rocky areas, maybe a creek crossing at some point, from my research, but at least not anything super difficult. What makes it difficult is when you're in the snow, and that's makes it a lot more fun on these kind of trails. You know, I mean, the top of these things, they're going to be a gorgeous views, and it makes it a lot more fun getting to those beautiful views when you have to struggle and you get to slip and slide around in the snow or the mud. Don't get me wrong, I love doing dry trails too, just doing a lot of overlanding. I do a lot of overlanding as well. You know, where I live right now, all the overlanding spots are kind of snowed in like this, and so especially with my rig not having a lift on it, not having, you know, massive tires, it's a lot harder to do overlanding in this kind of snow. But it's still fun, you know, that's why I did it. That's why I'm recording it for you guys too. You know, I'll be putting up two versions of this video, one shortened version, and then one kind of uncut version, because I know a lot of people do a lot of research on these kind of trails, especially if you live far out. You want to know, you know, what the trail conditions are like at a certain time of the year, what kind of technical aspects there are. So I make one, you know, it's just kind of documenting the fun parts, the winching, and that kind of thing, and then another video that's going to be uncut. It's going to be pretty long But you know, I think it'd be useful for some people, especially if you live far away. And this trail is called Pelican Butte Trail. It goes all the way up to the top to Pelican Butte, and it's gorgeous, gorgeous views. Again, I'm really sad we didn't make it there, but hey, I got to use the winch, got to get a little mud on the rig. I'm probably gonna have to fix a few things, but hey, you know, there's only a certain amount of things you can fix, right? If anyone lives in southern or central Oregon and wants to go off-roading, and you know, let me know. I don't have a lot of people or a lot of friends currently down here because I just moved in. And not a lot of the people I know so far do any off-roading like this. So, you know, if you guys want to get together, I think I'm gonna make a Facebook page too for Southern Oregon or just Central Oregon in general to do some snow wheeling or any kind of wheeling really. Just get some friends together, you know. I know a lot of during COVID, you know, I wasn't able to make a lot of friends. You know, I was going through college and I wasn't really able to make those connections through my through the college I went through. And you know, it's kind of sad. You know, college is where you make a lot of your friends, especially with COVID now. You know, some people are really worried about getting together, and there's not a lot of places open. Granted, a lot of places are opening up right now, to my knowledge at least, especially in southern and central Oregon. But yeah, just let me know in the comments. I'll be making a Facebook page hopefully soon. I'll put it in the link in the description of all of my videos once I get that page up. Just let you guys know. So looks like we're out of the snow for the most part, so I think I'm gonna stop here. Not the video, just stop my rig. I left that tow strap on the front because I figured I was probably gonna use it again, but I don't think we'll have any issues from here out, so I'm gonna go grab that real quick. At this point, I'm going to put it in 4 high because we're not going to be in that kind of deep stuff again. And 4 high just to make sure I have enough traction to get through some of these snow pockets here. The first portion of this video, I'm not going to be able to keep the audio on in either version because I was playing some copyright music, and I don't think YouTube would appreciate me posting at the beginning of that video. Sadly, I mean, but hey, maybe one of these days I can get a hold of Chris Rock or or Bon Jovi or something like that, so I can get permission. But you know, I doubt they even know what overlanding is at this point. I'm sure they do. They'll probably never know my name or any of that. Let me guys know what you think about kind of the quality of this video in regards to like the shakiness. I'm gonna watch through it again too. There's not much I can do for it, of course. I'm actually just using my phone, which you know has an amazing camera. Most phones do nowadays. But you know, I'm hoping to get some more equipment so when I do more off-roading and stuff, like getting a GoPro that actually has some stabilization. I know these phones do a decent job. I have a Samsung S10e, and they do pretty good, at least in my opinion. Yeah, let me know what you think, if it make it a lot more enjoyable for you guys. for me to get like a GoPro or something more professional. I cleaned off the right side a little bit in that puddle. The crappy part is the apartment I'm in right now doesn't have a hose or even connections outside to wash my rig, so we're gonna be driving around for a little while after we get off this trail to find a place to wash this thing, but maybe we'll just keep it dirty. You know, that's what Jeeps are for. I don't know. I think it looks nice when it's all shiny and stuff too, but you know, Jeeps aren't show cars. They're not meant to be. Once we get to the end of the trail, I'll show you not the damage, but the after effects of the snow wheeling trip. Because just looking in my mirror right now, I think I just gave myself a new paint job. For those of you who are doing some research on this trail, it's kind of let you know where we're at right now. I think we're about a mile into the trail, maybe a little bit more. It's all washboards, some potholes here and there, nothing crazy. I haven't done this trail dry yet, so I can't tell you what it's like going farther up. Just from my research, limited research, there is, I believe, a water crossing at some point. And some rocks you have to crawl up. Nothing insane. You could do this without a lifted vehicle, or 35s, 37s. But of course, it'd make life a lot easier, a lot more comfortable too, probably, because I hate these washboards. Part of it's probably because of my shocks and my springs. These springs that are extremely old. I think they're OEM. I'm not quite sure. I believe I'm the second owner of this rig, and the guy who had it before me has had it since '99. I bought it in 2016, I believe. It's my second rig, and I've had it since then. And I've dailed it, loved it, off-roaded it. You can daily these things. I know a lot of people say you can't because they're not comfortable. To me, they're extremely comfortable. At least the seats are. When you go over the harder stuff, you feel a lot of the bumps. But again, it's manageable, of course. I've done it for 7, 8. How many years it's been? 7 years or so. I haven't complained once. I love this thing. When you go with bigger tires, better suspension setups, you're not going to feel as many bumps because you have a lot more of that spring and things to absorb those impacts, which is going to help a lot in most trails and daily driving, But when you go with those bigger tires, those lifts, your gas mileage just start dropping, which is not a big deal for most people, especially with Jeeps. I have, again, 31 10.5 tires on 15-inch rims, and I have 307 gears, which for me right now is great. It's not super peppy, especially since I think the original tire size on these are like 27s or 29s, pretty small. This is not as peppy as it used to be. But on the other hand, it's completely manageable. I'm getting highway miles, 18 miles a gallon, 17 miles a gallon. On the longer trips, I've gotten up to like 19.5 before. So you can definitely daily one of these things. It's not an issue whatsoever. So I'll probably be speeding this up, putting some background music in this section. There's not a lot of super exciting stuff going back this way. It's all dry trail and washboards. but I'll leave this unedited for you guys that want to look at the trail and study the trail. Because I think that's super useful. I don't see a lot of people doing that, but you know, I'm looking to grow a community here. You know, I'd love to get a lot of subscribers, have subscribers. You know, the main goal of this is just kind of spread information and just bring everyone along for the journey, and hopefully make some new friends along the way. You know, it's not always about being famous or going viral. You know, that's always nice and stuff, but it's not my goal, at least. You know, I'd love to get these videos monetized at some point. You know, get some side income so I can make more videos and get more upgrades and take on more adventures. But you know, that's not my priority right now. My priority is sharing this information with you guys, building a community, getting people together. You know, focusing on my career and that kind of thing. Coyote Works, if you're watching this, let's get together, man. You know, I started watching your videos several years ago, and you know, you're the one who kind of got me to get in this off-roading stuff a lot more, to kind of bring people along with it. You know, and I think you live in Central Oregon, Southern Oregon somewhere, and so you know, if everything goes good with my job and I stay down here, which is the goal, you know, I'd love to go off-roading with you. If anyone knows him or watches this video, you know, link, go tag him, go tag this video to him or my channel, and see if we can get in contact, and hopefully we can get some good videos out for you guys. Do a lot more overlanding and that kind of thing. And I know he has a lot of experience. I love his videos. You know, go check him out for sure. Him, Lolo Pass, or Lolo Overlanding. You know, their videos are amazing. I believe they're more Western Oregon, kind of like towards Tillamook. Don't quote me on that. I've seen the rig driving around when I was living over in the valley several times. I hate these washboards. If any of you guys do a lot of these videos for off-roading in your Jeeps or any off-roading whatsoever, and you like to vlog it or video your adventure, let me know what kind of setups you guys use. I've seen several people, I don't know their names, but just on YouTube, that use drones and stuff, which I think would be awesome to get. I know a lot of those drones that can track your vehicle and follow you is like several $1,000s, which is definitely out of my price range for now. But yeah, let me know what kind of stuff you guys use. That's relatively affordable and high quality, good quality. Because again, I would love to do more overlanding and off-roading and take you guys along. I'm planning on doing sometime this summer. Some overlanding in Burns or Banks, whichever one is in southern Eastern Oregon. I believe it's Burns. But I'm planning on doing some overlanding camping out there, and I would love to get some friends going down there to join me on that. So let me know in the description or on the Facebook page once I get that up and running, if you guys would be interested in something like that. If you guys haven't seen it yet, go check out some of my other videos too. I've done several reviews on the stuff I have. Actually, once I got to the top of this hill where I got kind of stuck with that tree, I made 2 quick review videos with my tires, the bumper, and the winch. Just because I was taking a break, letting this thing cool down a little bit, and just kind of enjoying the area. You know, it was dead silent, super weird. There's not a lot of places now where it's just no sound, which is kind of weird, but also really nice at the same time. You know, life gets busy and stressful, and you know, you're always hearing something, you're always listening to something. There's always some sort of external stimulus, and it's sometimes just nice to go in the middle of nowhere, get lost, and just kind of enjoy nature and get back to the roots. Just kind of get away from everything, you know. So we're coming up to the highway here. I'm gonna pull over, kind of show you guys my new paint job, and then we'll end the video there. Also, I want to plug one of my friends here. I've known him for pretty much my whole life. He does a lot of videos, more of dirt biking stuff on his. He's probably gonna hate me for this. I think it's an XR 650, XR 750. If you're watching this, I'm sorry if I get it wrong. His YouTube channel is Mega Cool Guy 555. I'll link him in the description too, if you're interested in dirt biking kind of stuff. He goes some amazing places around the country. So yeah, here she is. The front's not super dirty. You move to the side. Got some redneck racing stripes. She needs a bath. Alright guys, that's gonna be it for the video. Again, thanks for joining me. Like and subscribe. Go check out that Facebook page once I get it going. Go check out my other videos and just let me know what you think. You know, I really want to make a community here. So, hope you guys liked it, and see you in the next one.